top British wedding planner, Dayus Hinch, has managed to get thousands of couples down the aisle in style.
Nice jokes.
But this time, Jane's got her hands full with a meddling mother-in-law and a bride who goes from meek to freak.
Where's my cake? I didn't even taste my cake.
You're turning into Bridezilla.
I'm not turning to Bridezilla.
Will Jane be able to bring them all together? Or will it end in tears?
Why couldn't Jason go out and find himself just a nice Jewish girl?
When Myra and Jason first met 3 years ago, it was love at first sight, but not for Myra.
Don't hold my hand. When I first met Jason, he wants to kiss me, and I was just like, I feel so awkward.
But eventually, Jason's winning personality won her over.
He's really funny in some ways, but sometimes he is annoying.
Who are you talking about?
You.
With all that love between them, Jason decided to pop the question.
You know, we were talking about things, and it was just like, hey, Myra, let's get married. Let's get it done. Let's get married. And it was like, you know, it just rolled off my tongue. Like, it was like, it even shocked me, you know, afterwards. You know, it's like that hindsight 2020 thing.
There's no looking back now because Myra and Jason's wedding is right around the corner.
Our wedding is for 2 weeks from now.
We're just running out of time.
And not only is time running out, so is their bank account.
Our budget started around 10,000, and I think it went up to 12. You know, we kind of did play with a little bit of numbers.
Probably we got to end it up at 20,000.
At least they saved money by hiring a friend to be their wedding planner.
The wedding planner is a friend of Myra's who's known her for a few years.
She said to me that she's gonna do the decoration, the centerpieces, and my wedding cake.
But Myra's learned a hard lesson. Never hire a friend.
I paid the wedding planner in full, and she never responded me, and she never gave me a call.
You know she's doing our wedding in 2 weeks. You know, she left a message for her to get her signed on a, you know, a contract. You figure she at least would have called back and said, oh, I haven't forgot about you, I'm still doing your wedding.
All the problems and all the stress are starting to take their toll.
Right now, I think we're in crisis mode.
Desperate and defeated, Myra and Jason send out a wedding SOS.
Jane, please help me.
Fortunately for Myra and Jason, Dayus Hinch, wedding planner extraordinaire, has answered their call for help.
Hello, it's Jane, the wedding planner.
Jane's a fairy godmother who can grant Myra and Jason 3 wishes to save their wedding from ruin.
I've come a long way to do this.
First things first, Jane meets the couple at the wedding venue.
This is the room that we're going to get married in.
The venue is fabulous. The couple, disaster area. Now, have you seen this room actually set up for a ceremony?
No, we have not seen it.
We don't have any idea.
And how many guests?
Well, it started at 150, now we're over 170. We thought, you know, if you're going to send out an X amount of cards, you're going to get an X amount of people, kind of like a formula. And I guess our formula backfired because we sent out a lot of cards and we got a lot of yeses.
Jason's parents wants to be a big wedding for Jason because he's the only boy that I have.
For me, I want to see my mom and dad happy. I want to see her happy. I want to see my sisters happy.
But making Jason's family happy is making Myra miserable.
Jason and I are not arguing so much about the wedding, but sometimes it's about his mom and his families.
By everybody putting in their 2 cents and no one really listening, you know, and that's kind of created a big problem. Everybody's got their hand in something, whether it's music, menus, seating arrangements.
And your mum and dad?
I don't have my parents in here, so I am the one who's just like relying on Jason's family because I don't have anybody to help me. It's really tough for me that my parents are not coming, but I need to face the reality that, you know, Canada and Philippines is too far. And it's really hurt for me that my mom and my dad are not here, especially, you know, my dad.
I didn't see Myra smile once. This is her wedding day. She's in a foreign country, going through a foreign wedding, and she's got no support from her family. And she's relying on on Jason's family.
Which is why Myra went out and hired her very own wedding planner, so she'd have someone in her corner.
You have a wedding planner?
Well, we do, but we don't.
Okay. Book a wedding planner and then bring in another wedding planner? How bizarre is that?
We tried to contact her a few weeks back, a couple times, just to kind of get a contract signed, just to cover her bases, because she was paid in full. And now she's kind of just dropped off the face of the earth.
Uh-oh, Jane's not gonna like that.
As a wedding planner, she wants shooting. How much have you paid the wedding planner?
$900.
I don't get out of bed for less than £500 a day. And that's to cover what?
Flowers, centerpieces, cake, and basic decorations of the ceremony hall and reception hall.
For $900? It's all going to be cardboard, isn't it? This is a main part of your wedding. This is the decorations to your wedding and your bouquet, and so there's nothing in writing?
Nothing in writing with her.
She might have been to a few weddings and seen some things and read a few magazines, but she's not a wedding planner.
And from the sounds of it, Myra's relatives aren't dressmakers.
My mom and my aunt made my dress.
Last time I heard that Myra's dress was a little tight.
How much of a problem are we talking? A little bit or a bit?
I cannot move. I cannot even, you know.
It's a straight dress.
Yeah, it's just like it really fit in here, and I cannot even bend.
Okay. The dress coming from the Philippines that doesn't fit and is all crumpled. Does this paint a picture? We're talking no wedding planner. We're talking families. We're talking dress. It sounds preposterous what we're trying to put together here.
I think I'm feeling a little bit of pressure, even though I say I'm not feeling any of the pressure. I think I'm at the point where I just kind of wish things were kind of neatly wrapped and tucked and finished, and the day was here at that kind of point in time.
I don't think he realizes just how big this problem really is. I really want to help you with this wedding. And I can see panic all over Myra's face, thinking, my goodness, where do we start?
I almost want to give up anyway.
How can I have a bride saying, I want to give up? That is so sad.
I know.
But I see it. So I'm going to go away and put a plan together, and let's see if we can put all this together and make it so that Myra gets the day that she wants.
The wedding's supposed to be the happiest day of our life, but it's just like getting more stress right now.
Myra is Filipino and entrenched in her culture and her traditions. Jason is Jewish and, again, very strong religious beliefs, customs, and traditions. You're trying to bring them together. You're not going to please everybody.
Jane can grant Myra and Jason 3 wishes to rescue the wedding. But judging by her list of what needs to be done, 3 wishes might not be enough.
The wedding, mess. Starting at the top, the one thing that has come very much to light is that you have a wedding planner, but nowhere to be found, and the responsibility that she's got is for your flowers, your decorations, your cake, and your centerpieces.
I think Jane thought our wedding planner / friend should have done a better job.
For so little money, I don't even know what they're going to get, and they don't know what they're going to get. Your photographer, bless him, that seems to be the least of our worries at the moment. We know we've got one, but you need to do a list of photographs that you want in your album.
No, we don't have a list of. We still don't know what we're going to do if it even rains and we have to be outside. I'm assuming we're going inside to take pictures, but I don't know if we can. We haven't even asked that, so we're praying for good weather.
You dress a bride that hasn't got a dress that fits and doesn't feel like $1 million is a big problem. Believe me, Jason, it's a problem.
I really want to wear that gown in my wedding.
For her, she's freaking out about her dress. You know, when she gets stressed out, it transfers over to me.
Table plan and place cards. When everybody's in here, where is the table plan going? Is it going on an easel? Who's providing that?
We just scratched the surface, actually 2 days ago, on the seating list. You know, our hall needs the numbers by Friday.
We desperately need a rehearsal. Are you having programs? Parking, speeches, and your MC.
We thought we touched upon the logistics on how everything was going to work that day, but I guess what we're doing, and we're kind of out to lunch when it came to that.
The DJ, we've already got a concern about that.
My mom, my dad, and my two sisters all have a different idea of what music should be played.
And Jason's family isn't happy about Myra demanding a Filipino tradition where the guests have to pay to dance with the bride.
My money pinning in the dress is it's in our culture in the Philippines, which is like prosperity for the groom and the bride.
10 days to put all of this into action, but I give you 3 wishes.
You know, the stress is, you know, pretty much at its limit now.
And so Jason asks Jane for the first wish, get his family to back off.
This is a big one for me.
We need Jane to referee with all the aspects.
And the major aspect being Jason's over-enthusiastic mother.
Here's a few more things that we've been over time accumulating. Your Kiddush cups. $1 candle holder. There's a $1 candle that will fit in there. There's another one. We got these clappers. Make lots of noise.
No wonder Myra and Jason have asked Jane to help.
I'm here today because Jason wanted a wish for me to mediate the family meeting because Jason and Myra are having such a tough time trying to get the wedding that they want.
I want Jane to be there with us.
I think Jane thinks it's, you know, great to kind of have a happy medium between the two cultures. You know, maybe mix a little bit of the Jewish culture and some of the Filipino cultures and put it together, and, you know, something really beautiful might happen.
Or maybe something not so beautiful, considering attendance is low.
Whatever we can.
You've got daughters, you've got sisters, but they're not here.
Unfortunately, they couldn't be here.
I really thought the sisters would be here. Myra asked them to be here, but they weren't here. They had other appointments, something far more important to do than be here and discuss the wedding.
Sisters or not, Jane cuts to the chase and asks Jason's family what's bothering them.
Myra mentioned that they have a tradition of the money dance. I think we're sort of coming to some sort of an agreement as far as, you know, how that's going to be handled, whether it's going to be handled through somebody standing there with a hat collecting the money for whoever wants to dance with the bride and the groom.
What they want is they just dance with the bride and then put in the hat the money. But I said, I want to be pin on me the money because that's the main thing for us in the Philippines.
Myra's gone very quiet, and I need to know why. What do you want? Tell us what you want.
Jane's support gives Myra the courage to stand up to Jason's family and demand her money dance.
They need to accept my thing too.
I can see exactly what's happening, and it is miscommunication between the two. It's very frustrating for both of them because nobody's being honest. Nobody is respecting each other and the part that they're trying to play.
But Jane's forced Jason's family to respect Myra's traditions. So in the end, Jane grants Myra's wish.
But I want the thing, especially the money pinning. It's not really a big thing for me, but...
You've got it. It's your wedding day. And if I haven't got a happy bride walking down the aisle with the biggest smile on her face, which you've got the most beautiful smile.
Both of them are happy, I'm happy. I hope my parents felt some relief that Jane came in to work towards, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel.
Now that that's been done, Myra's on a rampage, and she tells Jane to track down their missing wedding planner and make her deliver the goods.
For a wedding planner to have taken money and not delivered and not contacted the couple, unforgivable.
And finally, Jane cracks the case. The wedding planner proudly shows Jane what she's done.
This would be the centerpiece for the table.
Arrange a bunch of fake flowers on a teeny tiny table. Jane hates it.
I was shocked. The centerpiece certainly didn't do it for me. I don't think it'll do for Myra at all. Has Myra seen these?
She's seen a mock-up of it, yes.
That's not what Myra told Jane.
She said to me that she's gonna take a picture on it and send it to me through my email. Until now, I didn't even receive any message from her.
The wedding planner gone off and designed it herself as to what she wanted.
And that doesn't sit well with Jane.
She had mentioned, you know, the headpiece of the table, so I'm going to be putting a few of these together and maybe have like a floral, like a swag right at the front of the table.
Have you done these before?
I've never done the swags before now.
Are you doing the bride's flowers?
I don't do real flowers. I got a florist to do that.
Has Myra seen that?
No, she hasn't seen it.
Myra and Jason had a wish for me to find the wedding planner and make sure that she was going to deliver everything that they'd ordered for the wedding this weekend. I found the wedding planner, and yes, she's delivering, but nothing that they wanted. What else are you doing? What else?
There's someone that's taking care of the cake, and that I also have. I give the lady the concept.
Have you worked with this cake decorator before?
No, I've never worked with her before.
No.
No.
Okay. Myra and Jason have spent $900 on what?
Jane takes some pictures, then meets up with Myra to show her the evidence.
Do you like it?
I don't like it.
Well, that's what she's got, that's what she's bought, and that's what you're having.
The old Myra would have been too meek and mild to speak up, but since she's met Jane, Myra's a changed woman.
You've got to stand up to Samantha and say, this is not what I want.
She calls the wedding planner to give her a piece of her mind, but someone else has already beat Myra to the punch.
I just spoke to Jason about this.
Jason's meddling makes Myra mad, very mad.
This is my major problem right now because I hired her to be somebody in my wedding, but it's just like...
It's been taken care of with her.
No, it's not.
Yes, it has been. She's not going to call you no more. She's just going to call me, and then I'm going to relay everything to you. I told her to cut you out because this is how you get.
You said to me you're gonna cut me out. I'm the one who's concerned about my centerpiece.
Okay,
And
the centerpieces are going to be done.
no, I don't. Because your mom called also, and it's just like I don't know what to do now.
She's going to the florist tomorrow, okay? She's going to make all the changes that you talked about. She's going to call me.
You don't understand, Jason, because she
She
showed
told me
to me
exactly.
again the one option, and I don't like it. We are 5-6 days more.
Okay.
Remember that. And where's the centerpiece? Where's my cake? I didn't even taste my cake.
Do you need to taste your cake?
Yes,
Why?
because I want it.
Why? It sounds like it's going to taste fine to me.
Sounds.
So what? The
She
cake is
tastes it
cake.
because she tastes.
Yeah, so
I don't
it's-
know.
Cake is a cake. Don't worry. I've taken care of it. Don't get so hyper.
After Myra cools down, she decides to let Jason take care of the decorations, and she and Jane will tackle her dress.
Goodness me, how beautiful is this?
That's.
I can't believe your mum made this.
The dress brings her family into it, so it gives her that sense of family. It's something that came from, from home.
Too bad it's not really fit on me right now. So that's the reason behind it, that I really want this dress to my wedding. So this is really from my mom, so I really...
Absolutely, absolutely. We've got to get some good photos too to show her. There's no extra material, there's no beads, it's just, well, here you are, Jane, here's the dress. Go work your magic, because all the other bits and pieces, they're all in the Philippines, of course, Just give me the dress, let's get this dress organised. Now, is this a wish?
this is my wish.
This is a difficult dress to alter. If I can grant this wish for Myra, it will make Myra such a happy bride. She'll walk down that aisle and it'll all be worthwhile.
With the stakes so high, Jane calls in an expert dressmaker.
Myra?
This is our bride.
After much discussion, Jane and Jim figure out a way to save Myra's dress. And finally, Jane gets what she's wanted all along, a happy bride.
She's my fairy godmother, and you are my hero right now.
But will Myra's happiness be fleeting? 2 weeks ago, Myra and Jason sent out an SOS to wedding planner / fairy godmother, Jane Dayus Hinch.
We have a problem.
Jane granted them 3 wishes to save their big day.
Can we just get this done?
Their first wish was to mediate a family meeting.
Nobody knew what's going on.
And the second wish was to track down their missing wedding planner.
I'm not going to keep calling her that because it's annoying me.
And for the third wish, Myra wanted Jane to fix her too tight dress.
I'm so comfy now. I can dance and I can move.
Now that the wedding day has arrived, Myra's thrilled at what Jane has done with her dress. But will the wannabe wedding planner deliver on her promises?
Okay, where's my flower? Where's my flowers? Where are they?
Finally, Myra finds the flowers, and the verdict is in.
Flower. I really like my bouquet. Look. It's great. I feel so great now. I didn't feel nervous anymore.
That's because Myra doesn't see what Jane sees.
There is decoration and over-decoration. Thank you. I think Myra will just be happy that there's a centerpiece on the table.
Jane can't stomach anything the other wedding planner has done.
Why didn't somebody iron it? Nothing's finished. Nothing looks yuck. You know, as though time and effort has been put into it. It's just been... Excuse me. I'm so sorry, but you know... Am I too much of a perfectionist? Is that my problem? Give me strength.
But the battle of the wedding planners will have to wait, because the ceremony's about to start.
Myra's dress, didn't she look beautiful? Because her mum can't be here at the wedding, so it's a way of her mother being with her on a day.
Would you raise your cup, therefore, in a toast to a lasting and fulfilling marriage, and say to love and to unity?
To love and to unity.
Once the ceremony is done, Myra and Jason's original wedding planner bellies up to the bar. So Jane takes over.
Where is the wedding planner? Where's she gone? Oh, wow.
She checks in with the MC.
You don't know which seat they're sitting in. Oh, that's good.
No.
Meets with the catering manager.
Can you do a special plate of food for the bride and bridegroom because they haven't had anything? Could you just do, yeah. Thank you very much.
And whips the staff into shape.
I've got 4 tables here with no champagne. Everybody's waiting to come in. We're half an hour late. I've been working all day. I did not have the responsibility for this. She did. I need some water.
Thanks to all of Jane's hard work, the reception goes off without a hitch. And Myra gets her Filipino money dance at long last.
Jane ran around everywhere in here in the hall, and this is a big hall.
Jane came in and just handled all the timings and, you know, really whipped people into shape.
And she's wearing heels like this, man. I don't know.
I've spent today picking up the pieces and making sure today was the wedding that Jason and Myra wanted. And I've had to roughshod over their wedding planner because if I hadn't, today would not have been the day that Jason and Myra wanted. Definitely not.
Thanks, Jane, for all your help.
We don't forget you.
I felt bad because I didn't put her in my speech.
Our beloved wedding planner. I'm not going to call her that anymore. Can we have a different title, please, now?
This is a brainstorming thing, so you write down anything you say, you write it down. You know, you're always there for me, you know, just put support.
Support.
Love.
Love.
So if you think of things, you write it down.
No, just
But
gonna
always-
say to them
but always
that thank you for coming, that's it. And give me the money.